Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video on Superman and Lois. Today we're going to be giving you guys an update in regards to more effects of the budget cuts on Superman and Lois. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future DCTV videos later this year. Okay, so thank you for all the support on my recent videos. I want to remind you guys that tomorrow, that being Thursday, we're going to be doing a live stream as per usual. So come tune in. It's going to be in the evening. I haven't set an exact time, but it's going to be around 8 to 10 p.m. UK time. So translate that to wherever you guys are. We're going to be updating you on my Twitter and my community tab tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that for the exact timings. But in today's video, we're going to be breaking down this article from comicbook.com. It's not directly coming from them, but they've given us a good load of context about what's going on. And it's that a fan favorite Superman and Lois writer is out. He's been let go from Superman and Lois's writer's room as they're supposed to come back all together as writers amid budget cuts. And obviously we all know the budget cuts have affected Superman and Lois heavily, and as we've said before, we're going to see that heavily in the new season. That's because they've cut half of the cast members, and those cast members won't be coming back in their full roles. Like, they're going to be coming back maybe as like guest star appearances, and also maybe some of them as recurring characters depending on who's important to the season or not. Also, we know that the episodes are going to be not as VFX heavy as last season, plus also it's going to be a shorter season. It's 10 episodes only. So those were some of the budget cuts we heard about for a while, and since the writers' strike ended, we've been expecting news about the writers going back to Superman and Lois, but we haven't heard anything yet, so I presume that they're not back. Presumably Todd Helbing, the showrunner of the show, along with his new co-showrunner, I forgot his name, but I know someone else is working with him this year. I presume they have their ideas already noted down, and once they get the writers back, they'll brainstorm it with them and the writers can get going on the 10 episodes for season 4. But yeah, this news is not surprising to me, but it's a bit of a shame, especially for the person, and that person is Adam Malinga, a former writer's assistant who first pitched bringing John Henry Irons into the show, has announced his departure on social media. I'll leave the link in the description below to the article, but also to his social media post on Twitter. And so we're going to be breaking down the article because it gives us good context, as I said before, but also we can go over to his statement if we miss anything. And so let's go with this. So Adam Malinga, a staff writer on Superman and Lois, who also wrote their issue of the Earth Prime comic book crossover, which is important because that means, you know, he is valued as a writer on the show because he was able to do that, has been cut from the series amid budget cuts. So the writer took to social media last night to share the news, explaining that along with the cuts to the show's cast and episode count in the upcoming 4th season, it was hardly surprising that the writer's room was going to take a hit, and that the showrunners had done as well as they could by him. So he served as a writer's assistant on season 1 of Superman and Lois before being promoted to a staff writer in season 2, and he was there for season 3 as well. So he is credited as a writer on the season 1 episode, Oh Mother, Where Art Thou? Maybe you guys remember that. Also season 2 episode, Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon, and season 3's Forever and Always. He also famously pitched the season 1 twist that revealed Captain Luthor was actually John Henry Irons, an idea that changed the direction of the series. Obviously that's very, very important because that was a huge twist, and that twist in the end made John Henry Irons an even bigger thing because he became a good guy. He now in season 2, in season 3, worked with Team Superman. So Malinga's online presence as the bitter script reader, that's his Twitter account, has not only connected to him strongly with the fans. Even I myself, I've noted him in the past, I've seen some of his tweets before, so he is a fairly big person in terms of like an online presence of a writer, but also helped him grab attention from producers and executives. So I'm going to read out what he actually posted on Twitter, and then we'll go back to the article. And so, disappointing news, due to budget cuts I won't be returning on staff at Superman and Lois for season 4. Just jumping in here, I think it's a shame, especially with the writer's strike being over, them having to cut writers out, especially since they've just got a fair deal. So I don't know if this is like a bad thing, or was this a thing that was always coming due to the CW budget cuts. I feel like it's pretty bad to cut out writers, especially after all of this happening, but that's just my opinion. So he said, I debated saying anything, and I've tweeted my way into literally every TV job I've had, so it seemed prudent to announce I'm available for staffing. So obviously this isn't what I was hoping before, but after the cuts to the cast and episode order, it's no surprise either. My showrunners were in a difficult spot, and I want to be clear that they've handled it the best that they could. Making TV is hard sometimes. So there you have it. That is him himself saying that the showrunners did what they could, but unfortunately, you know, the higher ups at the CW, obviously taken over by Nexstar in the last couple of years, they were put in a tricky situation, and I think this was just what was going to happen. And I think it's a huge shame, as I said before, but let's continue with this. So when asked how that worked, Malinga explained that his tweets had caught the attention of producers Jeff Lieber and Greg Berlanti, and after months or years of developing those relationships, he went on to work with them. So obviously that's pretty cool for him. So actually a number of Arrowverse creators and actors came out in support of him. So that included Legends of Tomorrow composer Dan Park, obviously Legends got cancelled, as well as Legends actor Courtney Ford, who both turned out in the comments to send him well wishes. So that's nice to hear. So in addition to writing some fan favorite episodes, Malinga's active social media presence has made him a kind of unofficial spokesperson for the show, connecting with fans and answering behind the scenes questions, especially as it pertained to how the show and the Earth 1 comic were impacted by the revelation that Superman and Lois did not, as previously believed, take place on Arrowverse's Earth Prime. So that was a big thing in the past. Obviously he's known for that. And yeah, so that is the update in terms of what's going on with Superman and Lois Season 4. We've got a writer who has been cut due to budget cuts. You can presume maybe 1 or 2 more writers could get the same treatment. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that is a definite big deal that I needed to bring to you guys, because that just proves what is going on with Superman and Lois right now. Even though the writers are back, presumably they're going to be back in the writers' room soon, getting started on Season 4. It's not good news for everyone, and I think even though they're going to get started, it's still going to take quite a bit of time for them to develop Season 4, get it fully ready. Obviously there's going to be less writers, so that means less minds thinking about this all at once, but I think once you get going and once they get like a good 3 to 4 episodes written, I don't know how quick or how slow they actually write those episodes, but I believe then pre-production can properly start, and they can start getting ready to start regathering everyone, building the sets, producing everything, and making sure everyone is available at the right time. Obviously right now, with the actor strike still going on, the actors are not going to be there. It's impossible for them to go back to filming right now. They will be breaking the rules of their union, because most of the actors are part of the SAG union in America. Despite them shooting in Canada, the rules still apply to them. And also, that actor strike isn't looking very good right now. We're going to do a separate video on that, because talks have stalled with the studios and the Actors Guild. So here's hoping for that to be resolved soon, and they can actually get back to filming sometime before the end of the year or at the start of the year, if we are actually aiming for a summer release date of Superman and Lois Season 4, the premiere episode, Episode 1. So yeah, that pretty much does it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys are up to date on Superman and Lois. Of course, I'll keep making videos, and as I said earlier, I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow. We can talk more about this, and if you want to join me live to talk about some of this, some of the other news that we've had recently, I'll be sure to update you guys on the live stream tomorrow night. As I said before, it'll be between 8 to 10 p.m. UK time. Translate that to whatever time zone you're in, and I'll be sure to see you guys there. Plus, also we got lots of videos planned for the next couple of days, so stay active, stay tuned, watch any recent videos if you missed any of them. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment. It would really help this video get out there. Also, if you're new around here, please be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. But for now, you can click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.
I see red.